Let's get something straight. You don't need to walk into a room like a movie star, talk loud, or show off to be confident. Confidence isn't what most people think it is. It's not about being the life of the party. It's not about having zero insecurities. And guess what? You're probably way more confident than you give yourself credit for. So before you tell yourself, I wish I had more confidence, watch this video till the end because you might just realize you already have it. Let's dive in. 1. You don't seek constant validation. Ever notice how some people can't go 5 minutes without checking their phone? They post something online and immediately refresh the page, waiting for likes. They need compliments. They need approval. They need someone, anyone, to tell them they're good enough. But you, if you can go through your day without constantly needing people to reassure you, that's confidence. You don't live for external validation because you trust your own judgment. That's something most people don't have. 2. You can say no without feeling guilty. Let's be real. Most people are terrified of saying no. They'll say yes to things they don't want to do just to avoid disappointing others. They'll overcommit, overextend, and overwork themselves, all because they're afraid of rejection. But if you can say, no, I can't make it, or no, that's not for me, and you don't feel like you need to write a 5-paragraph essay explaining yourself, that's confidence. You value your time, you respect yourself, and you don't live to please everyone. 3. You handle criticism without overreacting. Imagine this. Someone says something negative about you. Maybe they criticize your work, your choices, or even your appearance. What do? Insecure people, they get defensive, they argue, they start explaining themselves, trying to prove why they're right. But confident people, they listen. They decide if the feedback is useful, and if it is, they adjust. If it isn't, they move on. No overreaction, no breakdown, no need to prove anything. So if you can take criticism without falling apart, that's real confidence, and it's rare. 4. You're not afraid to be wrong. Here's a secret. Confident people don't have all the answers, but they're not afraid to admit it. Think about the last time someone corrected you. Did you get defensive? Or did you say, oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. Weak people can't admit they're wrong. Their ego is too fragile, but strong, confident people, they don't need to pretend they know everything. They ask questions, they admit mistakes, and they learn. And guess what? That makes them even more confident. 5. You don't fear silence. Ever noticed how some people panic in awkward silences? They'll start rambling, making useless small talk, or blurting out nonsense because they can't handle the quiet. But confident people, they're comfortable in their own skin. They don't need to fill every silence with words. They don't rush to make people like them. They're fine just being there. 6. You don't brag because you don't need to. Insecure people love to show off. They need you to see their expensive clothes, their achievements, their followers. They talk about themselves all the time because deep down, they don't believe they're enough. But real confidence, it doesn't beg for attention. It doesn't need to prove anything. So if you don't feel the need to constantly talk about how great you are, congratulations. That means you already know your worth. 7. You can walk away from toxic people. This is huge. People who lack confidence will hold on to toxic relationships because they're afraid of being alone. They'll tolerate disrespect. They'll beg for attention. They'll accept less than they deserve. If you can walk away from someone who treats you badly, if you can cut off people who drain your energy, if you don't chase after those who don't value you, that's real confidence. Because it means you trust yourself enough to know you deserve better. And that's powerful. 8. You trust your own decisions. Ever seen people who can't make a single choice without asking 5 different people for advice? Should I wear this? Should I take this job? Should I text them back? That's insecurity. Confident people, they think, they decide, and they move forward. They don't second-guess themselves every 5 minutes. They trust that they'll figure things out, even if they make mistakes. And that's the mindset that wins in life. So now, let me ask you again. Are you really not confident? Or have you just been measuring confidence the wrong way? Because confidence isn't about being loud. It's not about showing off. It's about how you carry yourself in everyday situations. And if you recognized yourself in these signs, stop doubting yourself. You're already stronger than you think. So now, I have one last question for you. How many of these signs do you have? Drop your number in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It helps more than you think.